Okay, so what we're going to do on your hair today is we're going to do lots of fine highlights going through the top part of your hair of a really nice couple different tones of blonde. And then we're also going to lift your ends as well. And the initial end result is we're going to have really nice kind of pinky, really subtle pinky tones to your hair, as well as a few different types of blonde. I'm also going to darken down your roots slightly, but it's only a semi-permanent on your hair, so it's going to be something that fades out anyway. Georgia's hair's never been coloured, so 10.0 will give a really nice, soft blonde, but nothing too bright. And then we're also going to use Whitener, but with two different activators. We're going to do Whitener with 5 volt, and we're going to do Whitener with 20 volt. So again, that can give it different kind of tones through it. So on Georgia's hair, I'm going to do really fine highlights going through the top. Because her hair's quite fair anyway, I don't want too much more blonde going through. So I'm going to do really fine foils through the top with the 3 different high lifts. I'm then going to take out random pieces from the top and just do very fine strands as well, just a few. And then I'm going to put some more blonde through the bottom of her hair, like a balayage effect as well. Not too much, because her hair already kind of gives that effect anyway. So now I'm going to mix 7.2 as a semi-permanent to go on Georgia's base roots, as we're not covering any grey. And I mix about a 1 to 1.5 ratio when I do semi-permanents. So now I'm toning down Georgia's natural colour with a semi, just so when, with the kind of look that we want to go for today, we want it to be slightly darker at the top, to then fade out to something with a few light accents, and then to fade out to something lighter, which her ends are naturally lighter anyway, but I'm going to add more blonde in there too anyway. So I backcomb the hair when I'm doing the ends, like a dip dye effect, so you don't get a solid line. Because I know there are lots of different techniques in doing it, but I find with this, when you backcomb the hair, the hair that you've pushed away when it all kind of combed out after the colour, it just doesn't create that very solid line between the different colours. So it's just a very easy way of doing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out your foils and rinse off the root colour, and then once your hair's wet, I'm then going to do all the toner to the nice pinky colour, okay? Yeah, just one wash, because I want to get the colour off, and then I'm going to tone it. Because obviously I've done a root colour and I want to make sure all the colour's off. So I put argan oil on the hair when I have a client that, for example, if I've had to backcomb their hair or their hair's quite knotty, I will put it on if their hair's wet, and it helps me detangle the hair. It's just an easier way to get a comb through it. The toner we're going to use is a colour I've created that's a rosy tone, but it's got more of a minky tone to it as well, so it's slightly darker. The first colour we're going to put in is 8.3, and we're going to use about 20 grams of that. And then we're going to be using 556, and we're going to put about 10 grams of that in. And then we're also going to put a bit of the DOUCE Lychee in, which will be about 5 grams. We're going to mix it with 5 vol, and we're going to do the mixing ratio about 1 to 2. I'm applying it at the basin because when I apply a toner that's not going to be on for that long, I find I'm slightly messier with it because I have to really make sure it gets all the hair in a quick amount of time, and I just think it makes the area cleaner and you don't ruin your chairs and your clothes and all that kind of stuff. This toner, because I've obviously pre-lightened Georgia's hair and she's got a lot of light tones through her hair anyway, this toner's not going to have to be on for long. It's going to be on for probably about a few minutes once it's all on. This is the idea of this kind of toner, is to also, because Georgia's never coloured her hair, introduce her into different tones that she might like, she might not be that keen on. So it's something that, you know, I want to do it in the sense that it's quite, still you can see it, but not too vibrant in the beginning. It's softer. Yeah. And if I wanted it more vibrant, I would have held it, I would have kept it in longer. But because Georgia's never coloured her hair, it's kind of, you know, I wanted it to be slightly more natural. And we can see from the top, I've darkened you down, so it's just, again, really ash and soft, and you now got all these blonde highlights going through, which over time will fade out. I'm very happy with the result. You can see it's just a really nice soft colour, especially around the part that we lightened up around the bottom and through the top. It's just a really nice soft colour going through it.